Hey everybody, Dr. Oculus here, and today is a good day because I have just had a delivery, as you can tell from the other view. We're upside down because it's got my address on it, but if any of you know this shape, you will know what is inside. Plus, you'll have already read the description. So, I'm going to crack out my trusty blade. Try not to cut myself on the contents. There we go. And let's see what we have here. So, firstly, we have the VR cover. It's very nice, very sexual. And then we have also got keep your HMV fresh and clean. So, this is the padding. And that's it. So, let's start with this bad boy. Every single time I've had a thing for VR cover, I've seen people struggle to get the lid off, and mine always come with the stickers just hanging off, like it's not an issue. So I don't know if I'm getting used stuff. So inside we have a VR cover survey. Which version of our Quest foam do you like better? Okay, so we actually have two. And then this, the sexy VR cover facial wipe thing, because for reasons I still cannot fathom, Oculus didn't include one with the Quest. You'd think that they're selling a mainstream product that they want to aim at everybody, they would put a wipe in there, but oh well. So this is the Quest VR cover, and then there's two. So this one is, there's one that's like flat and then one that's super comfortable. This one looks as if it might be the super comfortable. Now, if you have been a long-time follower of the channel, you will know this isn't the first VR cover product that I've purchased. I actually purchased one for the Oculus Rift as well, and the facial interface was smaller than the standard Oculus one. So when I put it on my head, there was it touched on the sides and there was a massive gap. This one, I think I'm going to be fine. In fact, I think I'm going to be more than fine, and that's great news. In fact, I might even try and shoehorn one of these onto the other one, just to see if it makes any kind of a difference, if it makes it usable for me. So yeah, we have the VR cover, and then we have this here, which has got a little grip thing on there. Sorry, I just bashed the microphone. Tough shit. And so this is a different one. This one is, maybe this is the, what's the difference between the two? Let's, stack that up so we've got a bit more room. Peel this off. Let's see. So I just want to let everybody know, I did not receive this product for free. I have purchased this with my own money. All my opinions are my own, and quite frankly, as I said before, while I want to love VR cover, I haven't had a reason to. So this looks to be, the bottom one does look to be a little thicker. Not by much, but it seems to be a little bit thicker. So, and then it seems a bit squishier too. So that's the difference. I honestly don't know. Oh, hello. There's also this fact. So it actually goes around more by the looks of things. And it's also thicker around the nose. So I feel like this is going to be the one for me. I'm Batman. I'm Pig Batman. I don't know why I am. So that's might be the one for me. I'm going to give them both a try. But first, we need an Oculus Quest to install this on. And you guys should be very, very familiar with this at this point in time. Every man and his dog on YouTube has got one. I have literally seen a dog in a headset. Right, so to remove the interface, I'm going to do what I always do, just put some fingers at the side and keep, you know, maneuvering until something comes free. That's good, and then the top is probably going to be a bit tougher. There we go. Nice. Did we put the glasses interface on this one? I don't remember if we did. I don't think we did. Oh, we did. No, it's right there. So I'm going to do this without. Although, that's probably good consumer advice. Is the VR cover still compatible with the glasses interface? Let's find out. Just jam a thumb in there and run it around. There we go. So the VR cover interface. Yep, that pops right on there. And you can still use the glasses interface. Now, I don't wear glasses, as you can tell. It doesn't, maybe it needs to be squeezed a bit more, I don't know. It doesn't seem as snug as it was on the standard Oculus one. But you can use it, it does fit, it does work. Maybe you don't need it. I always put the glasses interface on because if I ever chuck it on somebody who's wearing glasses, I don't want to have to be like, ooh, wait a minute, I'll put it back together again. So let's get this interface installed on the Quest. Okay, so we have the interface nice and snug and installed in here. Now let us try one of these facial interfaces. So this one is the, let's have a look, let's try the fat one first. So let us slide the fat one in here. Now it's got this line on it, which I'm assuming has a purpose. I'm assuming that's telling us like this is the center or something. So I'm going to line that up right here. I wonder if you're supposed to like fold it, slide it there. Ooh, that was an interesting sound. Thank you, Oculus Quest. Obviously you're having that weird audio issue again. It's not going to affect us today. The Oculus Go, I had this weird audio issue, and I feel like it's followed onto the Quest as well. So that is pretty much on there. We just need to adhere it to the Velcro a little bit more. And let's try a test fit. So that's seems a bit chunky. It's quite comfortable. I feel like I've brought it too far around. It is quite comfortable, and it is distributing the weight of the Quest a little better. But it's quite thick, that one. Let's see if we can give me a bit more breathing room. My main niggle with the Oculus Rift version of the VR cover was that I have a fat head, and I feel like this one is not helping that issue at all. But I will say this, it has made it infinitely easier. I feel like you can see my hands, but you can't see my hands. It has made it easier to find a good, comfortable, very distributed spot for the Quest. Normally with the standard Quest interface, I feel like I'm holding it up with my forehead, whereas the VR cover has actually made that a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, that's the comfort one. That has made the Quest feel a lot more like a Rift on my face now. So that's that one. Let's whip this one out, and let's try the slightly lower profile one. So let's pop this in here, and maybe we start by lining up the nose bit first. That way that's not going to have a weird overhang. And then what I want to try and do is put the inside edge here. Let me whip this back a bit more so you can see. So this inside edge here, along the inside of the Quest, And then that way, we've maximised our field of view and potentially our comfort. Let's see how this goes. So this is the lower profile. Now, as you can see on, I don't know how well you can see. Yeah, we have this here, the VR cover logo. Let's not beat around the bush. That is printed. That is printed on this, and it's not coming off when I'm rubbing it, but I feel like over time with use, it will. So let's try the other facial interface and see how this one goes. That's a bit smaller, so we can squitch it up a touch. That one, I feel like is much better. Although, where's my sweet spot? It's a bit harder to find the sweet spot with that one. That one's not as sturdy as the one. I can feel, because this head strap, it's like I can feel it sliding up my head, which is obviously the weight of the headset doing this. But I don't know, maybe I've got more wiggle room now. I mean, if you really want to give yourself a headache, you can strap it to your face like that, and it's not going anywhere. But I feel like it's also giving me a facelift. There we go, and then let's give it a little bit on the old topsicle here. That is exactly where the Quest needs to be. It is now, oops, position my face inside. Yeah, I think that has essentially made the VR cover an essential purchase. It's put the Quest in the exact right place and position. It is exactly where it needs to be. That is much, much better. Yeah, I am convinced the Oculus Quest VR cover interface is an essential buy. The Rift one just didn't work for me at all. It's buried in a cupboard somewhere. If somebody wants it, you can have it. It's just no good for me at all. But this one, absolutely fantastic. It is just leaps and bounds better than the standard Quest interface. It just spreads the weight of the Quest much, much better. And for that, it is worth the money. It is. I feel less conscious about giving this to people now. Because anybody who does anything with VR, you know that you give somebody a VR headset, and then there's that brief moment of just like, right, so what you need to do is you need to do this, and you need to fettle it, and you need to get it. So there's a part where it's going to be very, like, just move it up a tiny bit. There you go. Can you see it's super clear? And you have to talk them into getting the headset on correctly. That is going to make that process so much easier. I am going to try both facial interfaces, both the fatter one and the less fat one, over the course of the next few months, weeks and years, and I don't know, maybe I'll come to a better conclusion. Maybe I'll find a better way of seating this. If I do ever find any differences, then I'll certainly let you guys know. But that is going to do it. Wait! I actually did crack out the facial interface for the Rift and took the padding and put it onto the Quest, and I've got to say, it's kind of a viable option. It's a little bit smaller, but much more lower profile, so it brings you a lot closer to the lenses and closer to the action. So if you've got one just sat around not doing anything, bang it on, give it a go. But I wouldn't buy two just because of this. If you like and enjoyed this video, by all means, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like. I'll do these kinds of things every now and again, and if I can get more products that I can test out, I will happily do that as well. And then, you know, share this with a friend. If you find this valuable, then leave me a note in the comments, or you can get me on Twitter as well. I'll pop the handle up on the screen now, if I didn't already at the start of the video as well. And that is going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. The Doctor is out.